The following video will walk you through how to create, submit, and edit a Request for Environmental Review, or RER, form through MoDOT system. The easiest location to find the RER link is in the Engineering Policy Guide, or EPG, and click on EPG 136 LPA Policy. Scroll to the bottom of the LPA page and click on 136.6 Environmental and Cultural Requirements. On the right-hand side of the 136.6 section is a link to the LPA Request for Environmental Review. On the login screen of the RER, see the link at the top for instructions. These instructions will help you set up an account. See the link at the bottom to register in the system. In general, there should be one administrator account for each company or entity. The admin can add representatives under that account. The admin cannot add projects to a representative until after the representative creates the RER form. If the admin has their own projects, they will need to create a representative account under their own admin account. The admin can add the project under more than one representative. Once logged in as a representative, click on Create New Request. A blank form will open. The project number should be the first box you fill in. If your project has a federal ID number, input that 7-digit number. If your project is a cost share and only has a MoDOT job number, input that 6-digit number without the J. If it is an off-system governor's cost share, input the SNS number. If in doubt, call your LPA district or environmental contact. Fill out the form as completely as possible. Refer to the instruction manual for specifics on each part of the form. You may save the form and return later without officially submitting it for review. In order to save, fill out the minimum required fields, which are any public involvement and acres from all sources. If you save the form as a draft, after 10 days you will get a notification that the form is still in draft. If it needs to be deleted, contact MoDOT EHP staff. In order to submit the form for review, the required fields are project number, county, district liaison, independent utility and logical termini, any federally owned land impacted, acres of tree clearing, bike ped consideration, whether the project is in a FEMA-defined floodway, and if there is any construction taking place on MoDOT-owned property. Additionally, an exhibit must be attached to the RER before it can be submitted. Attachments can be dragged and dropped onto the Choose file, and multiple can be dropped or attached at once for efficiency. Fill the RER form out as completely as possible. If your project has a federal ID, the description, county, route, etc. automatically fills out. There is an additional description area for more details about the project to help understand more than the TMS description usually provides. If there are other consultants or MoDOT staff that need to be notified about the project, put them in the additional contact boxes. The date desired is automatically generated from the submit date to allow 30 days to review. If this timeline is shortened, it becomes an emergency review. Take caution in shortening the timeline unless absolutely necessary. The desired A date relates to when the right-of-way process can begin. The date chosen should be realistic in order to get through the environmental and cultural resources processes and is not a guarantee that clearance will be obtained by then. To request an A date, NEPA must be approved. NEPA approval is only given if parks, 4F, 6F, cultural resources, noise, and threatened and endangered species resources are cleared. All other fields should be filled out as completely as possible. A CE2 level document is required if certain thresholds are achieved. For instance, if the project cumulatively impacts more than 5 acres or if there are any displacements. Under traffic impacts, if the yes box regarding detours greater than 25 miles rural or greater than 5 miles urban are checked, a CE2 level document will be required. A partially filled out form can be saved as a draft to come back to later. If a form will not save or submit, check that all the required fields are filled out. In order to save, required fields include public involvement, acres of right-of-way, and easements. To submit the RER for review, required fields include project number, district, county, district liaison, logical termini, federally owned land, bike ped, FEMA defined floodway, any of the project on MoDOT right-of-way, and an attachment must be provided. MoDOT staff will receive a generated email and have 30 days to review and respond to the submitter and sponsor regarding information needed to complete the clearances. Once submitted, when you log back into the RER, a note at the top will show the RER is being processed. You can still edit at this time using the Edit button. If an RER is completed, a note at the top will state it is completed and you will no longer be able to edit it. If the project impacts or scope changes and you need to edit it, contact the Environmental and Historic Preservation section. For more information, go to YouTube Guides to Completing the RER. Navigate to @MoDOT Design Training 123.